Have you ever paid someone, an agency, a freelancer, a content creator, good money to grow your YouTube channel, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, and you watched the views count go up and still had zero booked calls to show for it? Because that's not a you problem. That is the lie that I'm going to expose in this video. I've spent the last few years working with high ticket offer owners to build a content system that actually fills pipelines with qualified leads, not just dashboards for views. And I've sat across from clients who've lost $20,000, $25,000, sometimes even more before they ever found me. The pattern is always the same. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through three real cases, three real clients who hired someone to help them grow their, content system and ended up further behind than what they started. I'm going to show you exactly what went wrong in each one, what the fix was, and what the single thing is that every one of these agencies got wrong, that most creators, most business owners never ever even think to ask about. But before I get into the three cases, I need to share something with you that completely changed how I think about YouTube growth, because it's the lens everything else in this video sits on. And once you hear it, you're going to start looking at every view count, every subscriber number, and every agency pitch very, very differently. Let's get into it. So I want to start by telling you about a podcast I work with. They had invested 20,000, 25,000 over the course of a year. They had about 10,000 followers combined on TikTok and Instagram. But on YouTube, they had roughly 500 subscribers. And when we finally got on a call to figure out why the business wasn't moving in the right direction, revenue-wise, the producer, the person hired to help them, admitted they had bought the followers. That podcast eventually shut down. Now, I'm not sharing this to expose anyone. I'm sharing this because this is the dark topic that nobody is talking about openly. And there are people right now getting the exact same thing done to them and they don't even know it. Because here's what's really messed up. You could be getting comments and likes and still have completely fake data. These fake accounts, these bot followers and likes can fool you into believing everything is working when it's not. That brings me to a term I use with all of my clients: on-target views. On-target views are views that come from your ideal customer profile, from your actual avatar, not bot traffic, not off-platform demographics, not family members who are confusing the algorithm. This is the distinction that most content agencies are not making today, and is the one that matters the most. Because here's how agencies think, or content creators. They optimize for visibility, metrics like views. So that's what's promised, that's what you see on the dashboard, and that's what feels like a progress. But it has nothing to do with getting booked calls, with getting qualified leads to show up on your calendar. Comments and likes can be faked. Views can be faked. And even if they're real, they could be completely off target, which means they're worthless to your pipeline, to your business. By the way, if you're watching this and thinking your numbers might already be off target, there's a link in the top of the description to apply to work with me. It's a 2-minute form, and if we are a fit, I'll get on a 15-minute call with you personally to run through your numbers and give you one thing you can pull straight away, completely free, to get more of those on-target views. The link is at the top of the description. You can apply while watching this. All right, three cases. Let's get into it. Robbie had an SEO guy running YouTube Shorts, running YouTube long-form content, and it was just about a year when I met him. He was consistently getting 10,000 to 24,000 views. He was investing money, he was burning out, and he had signed 0 clients before I met him. But here's where it gets worse. The views weren't just underperforming, they were fake. Traffic from East Asia, bot accounts, completely off target.
So just to confirm, these guys, they were the ones that kind of fake the views, correct?
Yeah, one of them. One
Okay,
of the guys.
okay.
The SEO guy. The SEO guy.
His SEO guy was manufacturing visibility, not building a content pipeline. And the platform was also wrong. After running the full avatar mapping process with him, which I do with every client, it's up to 40 pages when we complete it, the analysis showed that Robbie's ideal client wasn't on YouTube, he was on LinkedIn. Robbie was fishing in the wrong pond. You want to fish where the fishes are. Now the fix was really simple. We switched to LinkedIn, we took his short form scripts and repurposed them into viral threads. And you'll see the screenshots on the screen right now, posts hitting over and over 100,000 views each. That's over 1 million views on LinkedIn in less than 60 days of working with me. Now with that on-target virality, he got 5 new clients signed in the first 60 days of starting LinkedIn. Before even working with us, Robbie was drowning in credit card debt. And after, automatations were running for his email sequences, landing page was up, testimonials were collected, and clients paying him for work he genuinely loves to do.
Can you update me on the client list?
I'm up to 1, 2, 3, 4. This little guy that I had today. Hopefully that'll be my 5th one.
Now, the second story is with Will. He runs a podcast and he still runs it to this day. 2 to 5 of his episodes before meeting me, he had spikes around 5,000 views. But his normal average views count was 100 views. So he had been doing this for over a year and he was consistently broke because he had views on the paper for some episodes, but then again, he had no clients. So he was wondering what's happening. Why do I have views, but still no booked calls? And I'm going to insert a clip here from our call so you can hear directly from Will and what this felt like.
I saw the testimonial from one of the guys there, which was really cool. So yeah, that's great. You're you're legit because I told you, like I was so nervous about doing it, like something like this again because of I was burned a few times, so I was apprehensive. But you seem like a really good guy, and I hope that this all works out. So.
But the root problem was bad execution. Will didn't have good editing. He didn't have good trailers for his podcast. He didn't have good thumbnails or titles to get traction and attention and clicks on his episodes. He was producing mediocre content and paying someone to boost the numbers on it. And those views were completely untargeted. Here's the principle I like to always come back to. Quality first, then quantity. It's better to build quality and then scale it, not the other way around. There's no point using AI clipping tool like Opus Clips or something like that on your content, which is not gonna look good. It's not gonna give you a good brand image. You're just going to get volume without depth. And people are already getting really good at spotting AI slop content. And the moment they see it, they move on. So the fix with Will was also simple. We remapped his episodes to insert a trailer at the start, which immediately improved watch time and retention. Production quality also went up, and those trailers were repurposed into short-form trailers content that could be repurposed on other platforms, targeting exactly his avatar and his ideal client profile. And the views that came actually turned into booked calls. He signed 3 new clients, which you'll see in this clip with him and I.
I finally got to the 3,000 hours and it's up to like 3,700 already just in the past 3 weeks. That's awesome.
When it comes to coaching, helping other mentorship, how's that been going for you?
I have like 3 clients right now.
Quick reminder, if you're finding this useful, the apply link is at the top of the description. It's 2 minutes to fill in. You can book the call while you're watching this. Now, you remember the podcast I opened with. $20,000 to $25,000 invested over a year. About 10,000 followers on TikTok and Instagram. Roughly 500 subscribers on YouTube only. So when I got on a call with a client, I was actually looking at these numbers and something didn't add up to me because the revenue was not there. The follower count on social didn't match the short form view number at all as well. So I asked him directly, how did you get these followers on Instagram or TikTok? And why are the numbers not there on YouTube? The producer admitted on the call they had bought them. Now here's something that people don't fully understand about platform quality as well. 100,000 followers on TikTok is worth roughly 10,000 followers on Instagram, which is worth roughly 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. The level of trust and the quality of the people who follow you depends entirely on the platform. YouTube subscribers are the highest quality audience you can build because they have chosen to subscribe. They come back. They trust you in a deeper level than a TikTok or Instagram audience typically will. So when this podcast had 10,000 on TikTok and Instagram combined and only 500 on YouTube, that told the whole story. And when we found out that TikTok and Instagram numbers were actually bought, there was nothing real left to build on. The team was disbanded, the business shut down. By the time we started doing things the right way, the correct way, with the on-target views, it was already too late. So what is the common thread here between these 3 cases? The common thread is trust. Everyone wants fast results. And that is totally fine. We all want that. But before you jump ship and decide to work with someone to help you grow your content, to help you grow your business, ask yourself this. Do they have case studies? Do they have testimonials? Do they have an active social media presence, a LinkedIn profile, a Facebook profile, a signature on their email? You will be surprised how many people in the space reach out to my clients or to me with the name and without an actual signature in the email or actual profile on social media. Like no profile, no face, no proof they actually exist. So before you hand over your budget or invest with them, check this. Are they open about what they're doing? Are they doing what they're telling you to do, right? Are they preaching or are they actually implementing their craft? Because trust is built through transparency, and that transparency has to be there before the money moves. And here's the other thing. Even if the views aren't fake, that's just one hurdle. Ask yourself this. can I get these results, these booked calls, these leads on my calendar, content that actually performs consistently? Can I do it repeatedly, week after week, without burning out or dropping everything else in my business? Now, Robbie, he handed the content to me, and now he's generating thousands and thousands of views while he focuses on sales, delivery, and client satisfaction. He got his time back, he got his clients. And if you want to do it yourself, that's also fine. And I actually know people who do content by themselves, but it's so tiresome. And if you would rather focus on scaling your business, have time for your family, your partner, your kids, and still get consistent views, on target views, then move your leads with a call to action, with a system behind them to get to your calendar. I already explained how you can start working with me. Because it's better to get 100 views from people who genuinely believe in you than 10,000 views from children who will never buy. Because views at the end of the day are vanity metrics. They are a good indicator if something is good or something is not good in terms of performance, but only if these views are actually genuine views. And if something is off, and I'm sure that if you're watching this still, you know that something is off maybe with your content. You already have a feeling, you have your gut feeling telling you this. That small voice in your head that says something isn't right, listen to it. Because there's a link down below to book a call with me where we can talk this through and I can show you and run the numbers with you on how you can actually get these on-target views and get your business to grow with content. It's 15 minutes just to run the numbers with you and give you for free one lever you can pull for yourself to get more of those on-target views. And that applies even if you don't end up working with us. But if the numbers stack up and we feel like we're the fit, we can definitely help you out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.